yeah, the weapon clearances one, yeah.
Like a week ago.
Enough with the cutesy shit.
Oh yeah, I only saw the first part. I think he edited in that table in. Oh yeah, I see it.
Why do I always get the gays? You also have tough relationships with English, don't you? Totally. Totally.
If you guys aren't clearing the rocket, I call first dibs on which rocket, and I picked them into a 16.
Unknown, but if nobody else chose it, I guess so.
One mic versus one mic interrogator. What side is it?
I'll go grab it anyway.
What side of those squads should the most be on before formed up? Copy.
Billy, point is not. Honey is not nice, Billy. Stop with it.
Bowman, I'll be back in about 2 minutes, okay?
Alright.
You didn't know you were standing right next to him.
I noticed. That was funny. Yeah, you didn't hear my call on the radio when I pushed squelch because I had my mic off, my mic muted, but
Oh, gotcha.
yeah. But it's all squared away now.
Yeah, I heard you respond to me in Morse code.
Yeah.
The only time I ever say what or woat is when I'm talking to woes. Whoa, buddy, you need to calm it down. I think I can make a lot of puns for warrant officer. Look, I see what you did there. One day, I will tell you all of my jokes, but not today.
Alright, so, just getting my stream back up and running here. I had some temporary technical difficulties. For some reason, first attempt loading into our server,
Rest in peace.
my push-to-talk keys were totally foobarred. But that's all squared away now, so welcome once again to tonight's stream. We've got field training exercise with Task Force Alpha. This is phase 3 of our field train FTX cycle. And I'm not sure if they said something.
Did we get a medic for this man?
I guess
Did no
not.
one see what just happened?
So yes, for those of you that always ask, Capt Soto is flying tonight. That is the guy wearing the cap right over there.
Thanks, Captain.
He'll be flying for Thunder. You've got Chief Stowe, who is actually beginning to stream his helmet cam. But actually he's recording it, so
That was pretty good.
we'll talk to him later on about how he can
Nah,
live
Cap was
stream.
roasted.
Anyway, he'll be gunning tonight, and so watch for his videos later on. Mr. Bowman here will be flying for him, and I will be doing reinserts and resupplies if they're needed. So once we're finished with the sand table portion, we will see how eventful or uneventful my night will be. Possibly not, but that's okay. Tonight's FTX is focusing on convoy or mounted operations. So we're going to be rolling people through those procedures, and we're going to be observing for the most part. What was that, Chief?
Sergeant.
I sent him back.
Welcome back. Did you see my text?
I did.
Request for a mic for a very long time now. I still haven't gotten one.
But if we're not doing anything tomorrow night, we were already planning on using that for Walk Falter's day 4. I believe that's already been dealt with, right?
Might need a little life saving, but
Yeah, Moreno.
Yeah. So if you want to use that same time, maybe I can help you get your helmet cam set up tomorrow night.
Pretty cool.
All right.
Flight recorders are very helpful for
Hey,
tracking
firm.
your performances and just kind of knowing where you can learn.
Copy that.
I start my gun camera rolling. The minute the engines fire up, just blink, flick it on.
I've got mine on right now, but I don't really bother editing stuff. It's raw, pretty much.
I would have to get a flight recorder without my microphone audio because my frustrated anger would get me in trouble.
As much
That'd be
as
funny when they do the after action report and we just get to hear what Mr. Bowman really thinks of certain situations.
there's a few recordings, flight data recordings from my own helmet cam that I've had to let's just say keep in a lockbox.
Okay, my shack text.
Somebody's hot micing.
Grandpa is playing Arma tonight.
I miss Lee. He's good people.
Havoc 6 is 7-4.
Oh, that would make sense.
The grand old state.
I'm in.
Be advised, all in and ready to go.
I don't think he has his radio on.
I agree.
I'm sure he's already getting what for.
Probably.
Are you guys all hearing whoever that is over global?
Yes, sir.
Do any of you know who it is?
Specialist Lee.
Specialist Lee, we're trying to get him sorted, Cap.
I feel like somebody would be very nice to inform the captain of certain situations.
Yeah, he should probably turn his TFAR plugins on.
Yeah.
Well, very
I'm thinking a squad leader, perhaps take Specialist Lee downstairs one channel and get that sorted.
Yeah. Could be some other issues too. I don't know.
He just came back to the unit.
When I first arrived,
Yeah.
here tonight, all the push to talk buttons on my radios were not functioning, so I had to like get a whole new set of radios, and yeah, it wasn't pretty.
Lovely.
Yeah.
He's got it squared away because I see his mic lighting up and he's not coming through now. No joke, dude does have to be like 60.
Chief Stowe, what are you doing, like calisthenics there?
He's older than that.
Oh yeah.
I think he's 70 or something.
That's
Getting
fucking
stretched out.
legendary. That's fucking
He's,
awesome.
he's the grand old man.
Right in here, older than me.
I didn't know. I've never heard of him. I feel bad now. Somebody's grandpa's playing Arma.
Yeah, I mean he's like 10,000 years old, but the guy does know how to run a saw. So like I ain't mad.
Nah, he's good people.
Wasn't he
Yeah,
in the
if you've never chilled with Lee in the in channel,
All right,
he's good
circle
people.
on me.
Ooh, rock and roll.
Let's get this party started.
Are you here?
All right. Our focus for this cycle of FTX, cycle 020318 rather, is convoy and mounted ops. First thing we are going over, stand up if you know the answer. What's the difference between a convoy and a mounted op? They are two different things. No one knows the answer? Send it, Sergeant.
Thank you, Captain. Convoys.
Stuff on yelling.
Thank you, Captain. Convoys, the movement of multiple vehicles from point A to point B while holding 360 security at all times. A mounted op is an operation where you're assaulting an OPFOR position using a forward multiplying force in the shape of a vehicle of some kind with firepower.
Correct. Convoy is when you're going from one place to another. Mounted op is when you're using your vehicles as part of an offensive force. So they do not mean the same thing. The terms are not interchangeable. When we go from one place to another, that's a convoy. When we dismount and start fighting with the vehicles, that's a mounted operation. So make sure you use the correct terminology. Our convoy procedures are very simple. We really only use one formation, and that's the herringbone. There are other vehicle formations,
The
but
one that's got 3 hash marks?
tell him to take himself off yelling.
Sorry, Captain. Yes, just one. Just one.
All right, follow me. All right, what's the name of the vehicle formation behind me?
Herringbone, Captain.
Herringbone, correct. Pretty much the only vehicle formation that we use when we're in a convoy and we have to stop for whatever reason. This is what we do. What is the first thing you do when you herringbone and stop?
Soft dismount, Captain.
Soft dismount. You get the fuck out of your vehicles. You don't sit there in your vehicles regardless of what's going on. If you're getting shot at, you get out and shoot back. If you're not getting shot out, you get out and pull security. What is the purpose of this vehicle formation?
To clear the road, Captain.
Specialist Lee?
Thank you, Captain. As Corporal McCoy said, it's to clear the road, A, and then B, it's to allow the vehicles in the back to also have a firing lane down the road.
Yes, but not exactly the answer I was looking for. The purpose of the vehicles pulling off on alternating sides is so they have 360 security around the area of the formation. So all of the vehicles pull off to their respective side. Front vehicles responsible for the front, rear vehicles responsible for the rear. All the rest of the vehicles are responsible for whichever side they pull off on, with some exceptions. Can anyone tell me what an exception to, this very pretty, perfect herringbone would be? PFC Arch.
If there was some kind of terrain that was not permitting them to have a clear line of sight in their sector of responsibility, Captain.
That's one of them. Can anyone tell me another? Private Bollinger. Yourself on yelling.
If you're in an urban terrain and buildings would block your general area where you'd pull off.
That's sort of the same thing. So I'm still looking for another answer. Alright, last chance. Private Reed.
Thank you, Captain. The first and last Vex are responsible, respectively, for the front and rear.
Nope. Answer I'm looking for is, if you are taking contact when you are setting up the herringbone, and there is perfectly good cover on one side of the road, but your sector of responsibility is the other side of the road, get your Vic behind cover, regardless of where your sector of responsibility is. Just make sure you're covering whatever sector is that you're responsible for. Don't pull your Vic off in a spot that's out in the middle of an open area when you got a perfectly good big-ass rock or a fence or a building you could be using for vehicle cover. I see it all the time. There's no reason for it. You do not have to get into a perfect herringbone. You just need to, make sure you're covering your sector of responsibility. Are there any questions so far? First Sergeant, have I left anything out? First Sergeant, are you even there?
No, sir, you did not leave anything out.
All right. That is pretty much it for convoy ops. We go from one place to the other place. Stand
Captain.
up if you know the... Yep, go for it.
Chief Adaraan had a question.
Send it.
Thank you, Captain. Question regarding if we have a known direction to contact and we're pulling off a herringbone, how does it come into play when we're turning the broadside of our VIX towards that known contact? How do we deal with that sort of situation, sir?
If you know where the contact is coming from and you're told to herringbone, you need to do your best to get your vehicle into cover.
Copy that.
Basically, if you're taking contact, the herringbone goes out the window, you stop and you get your vehicle into cover wherever you can.
Copy that. Thank you, Captain.
Alright, stand up if you know the answer to this. As a team leader, who should you have driving your vehicle? Private Tellez.
The driver should be the rifleman, sir.
Nope. Who should you have driving your vehicle? Someone else stand up. Corporal Dale.
Yes, thank you, Captain. Grenadier, sir.
Nope.
Sorry, guys.
Private Master.
I was trying to reach my mute button there.
Yourself on yelling. I cannot hear Private Masters.
The team leader, Cap?
Nope. One last try. Sergeant Smith. Yes, the best driver. I don't care what the SOP is. You need to have someone who actually knows what they are doing behind the wheel. SOP is that the rifleman drives. That's fine unless the rifleman in your team or your driver in your squad is freaking retarded when they get behind the wheel. You need to always have your best driver driving. And you should also have your best gunner gunning, regardless of what SOP says. SOP is good and great until you actually get into contact and then your driver doesn't know how to turn the vehicle around or can't take a corner in one of these big-ass MRAPs and the entire convoy gets stuck behind them because they ran into a wall and popped a tire. You should always have your best driver driving. If you're the team leader and you're the only one on your team who can drive the vehicle worth of shit, then drive the vehicle. But if you're a team leader and you're the only one on your team who can drive the vehicle worth of shit, you're not doing your job as a team leader, which is to either train your rifleman to be a good driver or switch whoever is a good driver into the rifleman billet. I can't think of anything else to go over for convoy ops. Just whoever the highest ranked person is should always be in the passenger seat navigating in any given vehicle. And that's, I think the passenger seats, the driver seats, and the gunner seats are the seats that have access to the Blue Force tracker. And that's why whoever's navigating needs to be in that seat. All right, let's move on. All right. Mounted operations. Mounted operations are my personal favorite type of operation until I start seeing our VIX get blown up. And almost every time I see one of our VIX get disabled or taken out, it's the error of whoever is in command of that Vic. One of the number one things that we need to be doing is escorting our Vics whenever we are dismounted and moving with the Vics. If your squad is assigned a Vic, you should have at least 2 guys escorting the Vics at all times. Escorting the Vics means moving up ahead of the Vic, clearing the corners. Also, you need to make sure, if you're in charge of that vehicle, that you are placing that vehicle and you're cognizant of where the vehicle is at all times. That means don't let the driver of that Vic stick that Vic somewhere where it's wide open to fire from all areas. If you need to use the gun on the Vic to engage something, just stick the Vic out enough so the gunner has eyes on whatever it is they're trying to shoot. Try to utilize the terrain so the gunner can shoot over it. One of the number one times that we lose Vics is when I see guys pulling their MRAPs up on the top side of a hill and just leaving it there. All you have to do is pull that MRAP just far enough up so that the gunner can see over the hilltop. You don't need to put the entire vehicle on top of the hill. You just need the gunner's rounds to be clearing the top of that hill by like an inch. And make sure that no one is in that path of fire, because it's gonna the turret's gonna have a really low clearance, especially if it's a Mark 19. You don't want those rounds hitting the ground next to you because the gunner is barely looking over that terrain. So just like we do when we're moving as a team or as a squad, you move up when you're escorting that Vic and you clear the corner. And if you want that Vic to hold an intersection, you have it pull up just enough to be looking in the direction, or try to find somewhere strategic to place it that only the turret is peeking over a fence or over the top of a building or whatever else you can be creative and come up with and utilize. Are there any questions at this time?
Negative, sir.
All right, that's it. That's convoy and mounted operations. Did I forget anything, First Sergeant?
Thank you, Cap. The only thing I would add is the driver and the gunner are the only 2 guys that have access to the long-range radio inside the truck. It's up to the driver and the gunner to coordinate who is going to be working the radio and who is going to set the radio to speakers. You cannot have both the long-range radios in the truck set to speakers, and both guys should not be working the radio. Either the driver does it or the gunner does it. Doesn't really necessarily matter which one. However, I will say it is much easier for the gunner to work the radio, especially given the default controls. Also, the gunner has much better eyes on what's going on around the vehicle, so keep that in mind. That's all I would add to it, Captain. Also, Captain Soto has a comment.
Captain Soto.
One thing to note, lady and gentlemen, all of your MRAPs are equipped with an intercom system. Thus, if there's any chatter in the Vic, everybody will hear it, guaranteed. So if you have anything that you need to say when you are in the vehicles, don't, unless it's something specifically related to contact out there. That clog up in communications can sound like something coming in over convoy net. As such, keep it to yourself unless it's specifically related to the operation at hand.
Anything else?
Looks like that's it, Cap.
All right, so we're going to be doing a convoy. Is the route marked out? Does not look like it. Should probably get that route marked out. But we are going to be going, I think this was the route. I don't know if I put that in the right channel. Of course not. Hold on. We're going to be going around in a big circle. It's actually not a convoy, it's a mounted patrol. We're going to start here and we're going to end here. There is nothing specific that we are looking for. We are going out and we are looking for trouble. And invariably, it's going to find us, or we are going to find it, right?
Ooh, Cap.
Ooh.
Ooh, Cap.
Ooh.
Captain Private Arch has a question.
Send it.
Thank you, Captain. During convoy ops, where we do have a mission where we have to go to point A to point B, say to clear out an enemy base, if we do take contact en route, should we push through or should we pull over, engage the contacts, and then proceed on mission?
That's a good question, and that is something I meant to go over and completely forgot. When you take contact, when you are in a convoy en route from point A to point B, it is up to the convoy commander, which is almost always the task force commander, to make the call as soon as that contact starts. For me, it's almost always going to be to stop and engage the contacts, because one of my biggest fears is pushing through those contacts and then hitting a roadblock and then having contacts behind us and contacts in front of us. I will almost always tell you to stop, herringbone, and kill everyone who's fucking shooting at us until we can mount up and start going again.
Thank you, Captain.
So, if we take contact and you're told to stop, what is it that I said that you need to do? Anyone?
Herringbone, sir.
So get into cover.
Get the Vic to cover, sir.
Get the Vic to cover. Get the Vic to cover. Get your dismounts out. Start shooting at whoever's shooting at us. Pop smoke if necessary. Use the vehicles as cover if there is no cover available. That's one of the purposes of the herringbone, is they're set up so you have cover from both sides. And that's why, as nice as it is to point whatever part of the vehicle you want to point towards the enemy, the broadside offers more cover for the dismounts. And don't forget, you can shoot under the vehicles. You can shoot around the sides. You can find little nooks and crannies where you can try to keep yourself in cover and put as much fire out on the enemy forces as possible while exposing as little of yourself as possible. Are there any more questions? All right. Get mounted up.
Alright, Havoc 1. 1-1, 1-2 with first two Vics. 1-4, 1-3 the last two. Squad leaders, let me know when you guys are mounted. Lock and load, everybody.
Alpha copies all. Interrogative. Where are the Vics?
They were the demonstration Vics.
The disregard. I got it. There's the demonstration.
Alright. Thanks for the ride, Captain. Did ask, but my microphone was muted. I don't know. He's special.
Warlord Thunder, be advised, as soon as you can, get your birds up in the air.
Safer.
Dagger Thunder 7-0, roger. We'll be scrambling immediately. Delta Company is mounting their helicopters as we speak, over.
Roger that, Dagger up.
You too, Cap. Phoenix Actual, this is Phoenix 1-3. I'll wait until the two of you have departed the airfield, and then I'll go ahead and get supply loaded up.
This is Stone 711. Hey, firm.
Alright.
Maruka traffic, Thunder 6-1, starting up at aircraft parking.
I'm going to be turning off my push-to-talk here and enabling Vox just so that I can chat with whoever. I should be able to talk to you guys still today because I'm the only one in this chopper, so it should be fine. And we'll see if we can track.
Maruka ground, Thunder 6-1, good start at aircraft parking. Taxi from Mike 1 to Sierra 1 for runway 09er, straight at departure to the east, Thunder.
Oh, we're going to get a wicked shot of him.
Maruka Tower, Thunder 6-1, on Sierra 1, taking runway 09er, straight at departure, correction, pattern departure to the east, Thunder. And Maruka Tower, Thunder 6-1, runway 09er, rolling.
Dagger, this is Warlord on 70, radio check, over. I'll leave it Charlie 70. Warlord out.
Maruka Tower, Thunder 6-1, turning left crosswind, runway 09.
Good hunting, Captain.
Maruka traffic, Thunder 6-1, turning left downwind, runway 09er. Maruka traffic, Thunder 6-1, downwind, runway 09er.
Be advised, convoy
Departing
is off
pattern
the mic,
to the west, transition to 70 and 7-1, so long.
Airbase traffic, this is Warlord signing on, frequency 75, gonna be pulling up at helicopter park, time now.
70. Roger.
Dagger Thunder, copy, convoy is Oscar Mike. Advise when ready for cast check-in.
Yeah, Thunder, go ahead and send cast check-in.
Dagger Thunder 6-1, roger, cast check-in as follows. Thunder 6-1 with you, frequency 70, flight of times 1, 810 Charlie, at Angels 8 and climbing. I am 3 kilometers north of you. I'll be maintaining an orbit round the convoy as it moves. Weapons on board today, full load on the gun, 7 times Liger rocket, 6 times AGM-65, Hotel Maverick, 38 Hydra 70 rocket, 2 GBU-54 laser JDAM, 2 AIM-9 X-ray Sidewinder. Abort will be wave off. I am saddle and laser capable. Fuel tanks are 90% and bleeding. Time on station 0 plus 9er 0 minutes. Thunder ready for your work on 70.
Roger that, Thunder. I got you, Angels 8, 3 kilometers north. You've got 2 times AIM-9 Sidewinder, full on the gun, break. 7 times Liger rocket, 6 times AGM-65 Hotel, 3 8 times Hydras, 2 times GBU-54. Abort code for tonight is wave off.
Dagger Thunder 6-1, good readback. Be advised, mission number 0318 Alpha.
Roger that, 0318.
Airbase traffic, Warlord on 75, going to be taking runway 9er for an eastbound departure.
Maruka traffic, Phoenix is spooling up at Halo Parking, taxiing Mike 1 to resupply.
Dagger, this is Warlord on 70, stand by for check-in.
Standing by.
Dagger, this is Warlord on 70, we have a flight of 1 times AH-64 Apache. I am currently 3 kilometers north of your current position. Weapon systems currently read 1,200 rounds auto cannon. 8 times Kilo Hellfires. 8 times Lima Hellfires.
I don't have that set up just yet, so we'll have to see who just followed, but thanks for the follow, and welcome to the stream. I'll have to check that once I'm a bit more settled on the ground here. I gotta get resupplies going.
Roger that, Warlord. I got 2-3 kilometers north
I need to go over that.
on the gun. 8 times Lima, 8 times Kilos, 2 times M9, a multiple blue jet.
This is Warlord, roger out.
Airbase traffic, Warlord on 75, we are clear to the east. Have a nice day.
Alright, let's have a look here.
Dagger, this is Warlord on 70.
Oh, good God.
Go for Dagger, 70.
Did I completely screw up?
Positioning, we are approximately
This whole time, I forgot to actually... Oh, man.
Roger that, 4
Such a noob. Apologies for not having the damn thing turned on. With everything I was dealing with, the comms issues earlier on, I kind of forgot to turn on my actual stream. Sorry, guys. Anyway, welcome.
All air assets be advised. Hold off on marking. We'll call you in when we need you.
Airbase traffic, Phoenix, show spooling, taxiing from resupply, Mike 1, naval parking.
Thunder, Dagger, 70.
Dagger, Thunder 6-1, go ahead.
Thunder, I'm going to go ahead and feed you a 9-line in case we need it. Stand by for 9-line.
Dagger, Thunder, ready 9-line.
Thunder, IP, November, heading 180, distance 5 kilometers, break. Elevation 25 meters, target description, checkpoint at checkpoint, sir. Target location 059er, 039er, no type mark. Friendlies are going to be located about 2 foot to the north. Then egress your discretion.
Dagger, Thunder 6-1, apologies, pen right out of ink, I switched to the backup pen, say again, all 9-line. Say again, all 9-line.
Roger that, I had you IP November, heading 180, distance, unknown, elevation 4 meters, target description, checkpoint, break. Target location, checkpoint. type marks marked on map as checkpoint Sir. Friendlies are going to be located about 2 clicks to the north. Egress yours.
Airbase traffic, Phoenix is back at Hilo parking, spooling down.
Dagger Thunder 6-1, I read back. November 180, unknown 24 meters. Checkpoint at checkpoint Sir 0590 tree 9.
And that's pretty much my job for the night.
Marked checkpoint Sir, 2 kilometers to the north. Egress is my call.
A good read back and a hold off on remarks for now.
Dagger Thunder, roger. Holding back on remarks. I'm guessing if we call this one, you'll also call munitions in the remarks.
Affirm.
Dagger Thunder, interrogative. Do we have a initiation code on this one, or you just want to scream it and let it rip?
No code at this time.
Dagger Thunder, affirm. Holding on 9 line. Maintaining orbit.
Roger that. Thunder, if we get additional 9 lines out, we'll get codes on each of those lines.
Dagger Thunder, affirm. Be advised. Tally target at checkpoint Sir. You have 8 times. Thermal contacts, foot mobiles. They appear to be armed.
Roger, 8 times foot mobiles.
Thunder, Warlord on 7-1, we're Angels 1.
Dagger Thunder 6170, outstanding effect on the mortar rounds. Outstanding effect. Looks like only one guy left standing and he got lucky. Over.
Roger that, Thunder.
So basically my job now is to monitor traffic, keep an eye on where everybody is. I've got my resupplies if they need it. Currently there's an issue with Arma, or I don't know, with our mod pack that we're using, where I won't be able to really do an airdrop. Even if they do call me in for one and insist that I do it, and the drop is spot on, it has a tendency to just disappear into the ground. So I'll either be landing, or I'll do an airdrop, and they'll just have to somehow Zeus a supply in there. Looks like they're progressing pretty quickly on the convoy there. Let's check some helmet cams. Havoc 1-2 is in the front. That's Staff Sergeant Munson leading. What else we got? Sergeant Mellis in the back. Weapon Squad.
Phoenix, Dagger 70.
Dagger, this is Phoenix 70, send traffic.
Phoenix, if you haven't already, go ahead and load up resupply box on board.
Affirm, didn't want to bug you. We're already loaded up and ready to roll if you need us.
Roger that, out.
Wow, they're motoring down there. What is Havoc 1-2 doing? Are they just sprinting?
Thunder, Warlord 7-1.
All air assets be advised, we've cleared the town of Corazon, continuing patrol
Warlord
route.
Thunder 7-1, go ahead.
Since our flight paths seem to be intersecting, I am hovering between 800 and 1,000 meters. How copy?
Warlord Thunder, solid copy.
Thunder,
800
Dagger,
to 1,000. I am at 4,000 feet and above. Dagger, Thunder 6-1, talk to me.
Interrogative, is that single individual still active at the roadblock?
I wish you could blow up these.
Dagger, Thunder, negative. Looks like he must have taken some shrapnel from the mortar strike and has sadly expired.
Roger that.
Your empathy, Captain Soto.
Dagger Warlord on 7-0, spot report up.
Go for Dagger.
Warlord on 7-0, have 3 enemy squads at Blue Force marker 0720, grid 059032 dispersed.
Roger that, Warlord. 3 dispersed squads, marker 0720.
Wow, all the way up there. Okay. That's the benefit of having the air assets. They can spot things a lot sooner. What is that, like 800 meters a bit further down the road? Let's see. 1-2 is leading the charge today. Holy shit. So this is pretty much what I do when I'm flying Phoenix, which I haven't done for a long time, so I don't mind the quote-unquote break. Watch the helmet cams, keep an eye on shit. Sort of keep my mind on where I would want to bring in a resupply and from what angle. Obviously, if they've cleared through the north of the town, all the way from us, then I would love to just fly it in nice and low over Corazon. Try to use the hills for cover to wherever the hell I'm needed. Stuff like that. Do we have the UAV? Ooh. I want to stay out of that. I want to find out from them later, does me viewing gunner optics interfere with,
Dagger, this is Warlord on 7-0.
Go for Dagger 70.
Dagger, this is Warlord on 7-0. I can engage the targets at the 0720 Blue 4 marker with main guns.
Warlord, that's a negative. We're standing down for now.
Affirm.
I guess they're going to do like a school circle or something. Ah, there's Ares. Perched up on Hill 52.
All air assets be advised, we're sticking with the non-markers from air assets at this time, deleting marker 0720.
This is Warlord Affirm.
Dagger Thunder, Roger. Interrogative, I just sent you a message on TADS. If you're good with it, I want to go ahead and keep sending spot checks. It's up to you if you want to send it up to 6, but it's still good training for us.
Yeah, roger that. Keep sending them.
Thunder copies.
Warlord.
That's my timers kicking in there. I didn't think that they
Warlord
would.
Thunder 7-1.
Oh, well.
Reason being, if we mark everything up for them, it's not really much reaction to contact when they know what they're going into prior. So we'll just keep it quiet. Keep sending your spot checks like you normally would. Just no marks, and we'll let Dagger deal with the rest.
Warlord Affirm.
Thunder, this is Phoenix on 7-1 interrogative.
Phoenix Phoenix Thunder 6-1, go ahead.
Just, are you aware if I'm looking at the UAV gunner view, the camera, would that at all interfere with the operations of Dagger and company?
Phoenix Thunder, roger. If you've got full control over the camera, that's affirm. If you're just looking at the turret through your Blue Force tracker, then you're okay.
Affirm, it would be the latter, so awesome. Good to know. Tango Mike.
Roger, Phoenix, anytime.
Awesome, so we can keep an eye on that. Oh, okay, so if I actually say view gunner optics, then... Good to know. Oh, I never noticed that. Full screen. Who's in the front? Okay. So each group is escorting their own MRAPs. Like one.
Dagger Thunder 7-0.
Go for Dagger 7-0.
Dagger Thunder, fairly certain uniform already knows, but grid 0580 tree 2, you see approximately half a dozen individuals there in the rocks.
The Thunder, say again, 0580 tree 2.
Dagger Thunder, that's a firm. Just inside those trees there, you've got about a half a dozen individuals. Look like they're waiting to give you guys the business. I have not marked it on TADS per orders from Havoc 6.
Roger that, Thunder.
Munson's taking fire. Or no, he's firing out. Ooh. That must be a thunder run. No? You would have called it. Mortars then.
Dagger, this is Warlord on 7-0, spot report over.
Go ahead.
This is Warlord on 7-0. Have 2 times enemy squads located at grid 042042.
Roger, Warlord 042042.
Wow, that's way out of the way. Ah, fuck it. Let him do his job. Let me get another sort of situational awareness check here. Havoc 6 is right here. You'd easily pull up a resupply right down here, basically, or straight down this MSR. Thread the needle. Plunk it down right back here. I don't think I'll hear them out here. I doubt it.
Dagger, this is Warlord on 7-0, spot report over.
Send it.
Warlord on 7-0, have 1 times enemy squad moving west to east at grid 040052. Break. 1 enemy squad stationary at grid 03805 tree. Over.
Roger, 05805 tree and 040051.
Hit copy.
Well, they haven't lost a Vic yet. Looks like Havoc 1-4 still has theirs. 1-3, 1-1, 1-2. So far, so good. That's weird. Some of these guys, their helmet cams are just dropping off.
Convoys regathering bearings should be Oscar Mike within the next 5 miles.
Dagger Thunder, A-firm convoy rolling back up.
Ending up again. I'm guessing Havoc 6 is in their own command Vic. Don't know why the helmet cam stopped working. Maybe they just disabled it. Perhaps they didn't like me watching. I have no idea. Or it could just be a glitch, but whatever. I was trying to provide some alternative perspective for y'all, but for some reason it's not available at this time. UAV's on the move, repositioning somewhere else, and the convoy's on its way.
Dagger, this is Warlord on 7-0, spot report over.
Over, Dagger.
This is Warlord on 7-0. Have a strong enemy defensive position utilizing buildings at grid 04204 tree. How copy?
A good copy. Can I get a composition?
Wait one.
Stand by.
Dagger Thunder, as soon as Warlord sent his spot check, got one for you too.
Dagger, this is Warlord on 7-0. Composition consists of 3 to 5 enemy squads occupying buildings and surrounding area in defensive positions with roving patrols.
Roger that. 3-5 enemy squads in buildings with roaming patrols. Thunder, go ahead and send.
Dagger Thunder, grid 0470 tree 0. Looks like a enemy patrol under strength squad waiting for you at the crossroads there in those buildings. Single mounted HMG on top of the roof.
Roger, 0470 tree 0 patrol and mounted HMG.
I'm being careful to draw those in my own group vehicle channel so nobody else can see them. Otherwise I'd probably be getting yelled at already. I'll delete that for now.
Dagger, this is Warlord on 7-0, spot report up.
Send it 7-0.
Warlord on 7-0, have 1 times enemy technical manned at grid 045049. Over.
Roger, technical 045049.
Alright, so something slowed them down here. Oh, helmet cams are back up. That's helpful. What the? Okay, he's clearly glitching. So they got 1-3 and 1-4 in Overwatch. Well, the other 2 teams are clearing. There they go. Now they're on the move. Bringing up the rear. Jesus Christ, Tosco. Covering the whole northern side of town. Warlord, this is Phoenix on 711.
Phoenix, go ahead, 711.
Be advised, going off comms for 60 Sierras, 1 mic.
Solid copy.
Dagger, this is Warlord on 7-0 spot report over.
Send it, 7-0.
Have 1 times enemy tank at grid 042049er stationary facing southeast.
Roger, 1 times tank 042049er.
Good copy out.
All your assets be advised. Chapala is within the town of Fauna Verde, and a few mics will be rolling up.
Dagger Thunder, Roger. Convoy's held up at Verde.
Hey, firm, looking a little bit more like Rojo.
Dagger Thunder 7-0, Lima, Oscar, Lima.
Try my best, Thunder.
Warlord, this is Phoenix. Obviously, I'm back on comms. Sorry, forgot to mention it earlier.
Solid copy, Phoenix.
Thunder, Dagger, Thunder.
Dagger, Thunder, go ahead.
Thunder, I'm going to go ahead and feed you a pair of 9 lines for later use.
Dagger, Thunder, ready 9 line.
Roger, 9 line, number 01, break. Lines 1 through 3 NA, elevation 7-6 meters, target description, break. 3 to 5 enemy squads in building at 042, 042, marker 0746. Friendlies are going to be located at 2 clicks to the south, egress yours, break. 9 line, number, read back.
Dagger, Thunder, I read back. 9 line 01. 1 through 3 NA, 7-6 meters. 3 to 5 infantry squads, 042, 042. Red 4, mark 0746. 2 kilometers to the south, egress is my call, ready 9 line 2.
Good read back. 9 line 2 as follows. 1 through 3 NA, elevation 2-6 meters, target description 1 times tank, target location 042-049er, 7 through 9 NA, read back.
Dagger, Thunder, I read back. 1 through 3 NA, 2-6 meters, 1 MBT, 042-049er, 7 through 9 NA.
Good, read back.
Dagger, Thunder, ready additional.
We'll get remarks if we need them.
Dagger, Thunder, Roger, standing by, execution on 9 line 01, 9 line 02.
Roger that, Dagger out.
Dagger, this is Warlord on 7-0, report over.
Go for Dagger.
Warlord on 7-0, 1 times enemy armed, technical, currently manned, but stationary, at grid 044-048, over.
Roger, 044-048, 1 times technical.
Dagger, Warlord on 7-0, spot report over.
Go for Dagger.
1 times enemy technical armed and manned, stationary, at grid 044-048, in between 2 buildings.
Warlord, I got 044-048 on the previous technical as well. Is this a different tech?
Affirm, that is a second technical.
Roger that, 2 times technical, 044-048.
So Thunder's ready to strike that. That's his first 9 line, but we've got friendlies that are now pushing up on 200 meters close. Probably going to wave him off on that one. I didn't catch where the second 9 line was. I wasn't really paying attention to it. But oh well.
Warlord, correction. Dagger, this is Warlord on 7-0, spot report.
7.
1 times enemy technical, stationary, next to two-story building at grid 044048. That is the third technical in that grid square.
Warlord, say again, grid.
This is Warlord on 70. Grid is 044048. There are 3 technicals within that cluster of buildings.
Roger that. Are you sure it's not a car dealership?
Pretty positive.
Roger that. 3 times technical 044048.
Dagger, Thunder, 70, be advised, recommend wave off on 9 line 01.
There you go.
Say again, 9 line Alpha, friendlies are running on top of it.
Roger, clear 01.
Dagger, Thunder, Roger, being off, 9 line 01.
Good call. Looks like they're looking right at it too. Well, sort of. It's off to his left shoulder. They might just call mortars in on it or something. Careful.
Dagger, Warlord on 70, spot report.
Go for Dagger.
1 times enemy squad moving west to east at grid. At grid 040049er on the road.
Roger, 040049er squad on the road.
Holy crap, 1-2, you're well ahead of your guys. Are you mounted? Did we lose that many Vics? 1-4 is still guarding theirs. Havoc 1 doesn't have one. 1-1 has theirs. 1-2. And 1-3 still has theirs. It's possible that Havoc 1-2 lost their Vic. There he is.
Thunder, Dagger, Thunder.
Dagger, Thunder, go ahead.
Interrogative, is 9 line 02 still accurate on location?
Dagger, Thunder, that's a firm. 9 line 02, or 9 line Bravo, as it should be called, is still active.
Roger, still standing by on clearance.
Affirm, Dagger, holding south. I say again, holding south for 9 line Bravo.
Roger, holding south.
Warlord Phoenix on 71.1.
Go ahead, Phoenix, 711.
Just some notes for later. Say current altitude.
2,500 feet.
Solid copy. Tango Mike. So the notes that I have there is, he was audible. even while I'm inside my own aircraft, I was able to hear him. 2,500 feet. Let me see what that is in meters. I believe that's well below our ideal altitude. Let me just double check that. Usually just divide that by 3. That would be under 1,000. Let me just check. Yeah, he's like 762 meters, so it's a bit close. That altitude, you're definitely audible to OP4, as I was able to clearly hear him. If they can hear you, they can spot you. So it's probably something I'll bring up in the debrief later on. You won't be able to hear that because it usually isn't part of the task force debrief itself. It's just something we talk about in aviation with the stream off. But yeah, if I get my earplugs out. I don't know if you can hear that, but I certainly can.
All air assets be advised, you are cleared to mark anything within the city.
Dagger Thunder, acknowledge. Clear on marking TADs in the city.
Dagger Warlord, roger.
The only difference is that we don't particularly care right now. I don't think they're really... The focus is not on air assets and guarding them. You can clearly hear him. Normally we'd try to fly about at least above 1,000, if not 1,500 plus meters. So that's like closer to about 5,000 feet AGL. Anywho, just something I noted. So they're nearing completion, approaching basically what would end up being pretty much the final town for them to clear. Once that's clear, they'll be moving off to the right down this road and essentially looping back to base. So
Thunder, Dagger, Sun 0.
Unless I get called in for a resupply.
Dagger Thunder 6-1, talk to me.
When they get here, which
Thunder,
I don't see the point.
9 line 2, say, correction, scratch 9 line Bravo.
Then that mission here is done.
Dagger Thunder 6-1, roger, wave off on 9 line Bravo.
Zona Residencial. Well, I wonder what kind of buildings you might find there. I was mistaken about Havoc 1-2. Looks like they have a Vic. 1-3, 1-4, and 1-1. So everyone's all set. I was wrong. Purdy. Probably seen the technicals that are on the road. That's cool. I wish I could blow that up, but...
Warlord, Dagger, 7-0.
Warlord on 7-0, send it. Tiger, this is Warlord on 7-0.
Disregard and standing by on effect on that MBT.
Affirm.
Good effect, disregard.
Good effect.
Whoa. What the fuck? Alright. I'll have to watch that later. That's funny. 21. Come on, take him down. Tell me you're not getting shot at. I think there's contacts in the house? Yep. Yeah, he got hit. He's bandaging himself.
Warlord Thunder on 7-1. How you guys doing over there?
Having a grand old time, Thunder on 7-1.
Warlord Thunder, good copy. Phoenix Thunder, how you doing down there?
Huh? What?
Phoenix Thunder, good morning. Good to know you're still with us.
Affirm. Yeah, I'm tracking the whole situation.
Warlord Thunder 7-1. Interrogative.
Warlord, this is Thunder, go ahead.
Probably messed up that call. But did you kill that tank?
Warlord Thunder, that's a negative. I got waved off on 9-line Bravo. I think the WEPS guys got it.
Solid copy, Thunder. Warlord out.
Where the hell did Warlord go? Oh, Jesus.
Thunder, Warlord 7-1.
Warlord Thunder, talk to me.
Oh, just making sure I can still talk on the radios after that last one.
Warlord out.
Sigh.
Dagger Warlord on 7.
Send it.
Blue 4 marker 081 tree. Grid 045050. Individual. You have several individual enemy troops moving around in that location.
Roger that. Trail size 0813.
Disregard those. That team looks KIA.
Roger, deleting marker.
Leave it. I don't need to bug him with messages. Whoa, what the? Drive much? I don't know who that is. Whose Vic is that? That's interesting. I would like to see Warlord be able to do a bit more pop-up attacks type stuff, but our current way of doing it is flying at altitude, kind of providing that constant recon. It just kind of plays into our mission. Supporting ground assets, more or less. And in a general note, for anybody watching, people ask me, what is it like to fly as part of the 506 Infantry Regiment Realism Unit? First thing, notice it's called an Infantry Regiment Realism Unit. So, anything else that you do here besides infantry, obviously you are supporting the main kind of aspect of this unit. So, and I say that without any kind of grievance, it's just a fact. So there's going to be nights where we are incredibly busy and stressed and doing all kinds of crazy shit. Other nights where you're flying Phoenix and you are basically grounded for the whole night. And that's just kind of how it goes. Most folks flying Phoenix, because they're not streaming, they would probably just monitor their situation, just keep listening on comms, that sort of thing. Maybe have the other eye on YouTube videos or whatnot. But I kind of enjoy just when I am doing Phoenix to kind of keep an eye on the helmet cams and sort of see how it unfolds. But no, I would not want to be doing this every mission, because, yeah, this can get boring pretty quick, but every now and then it's actually a welcome change of pace to just sit around and kind of chillax. Not gonna lie though, I would love to be on the ground right now with these guys on a night like tonight. It's not SOP and I'll never get it, but it would be cool if, oh, okay, you need a reinsert? Great, just tech me back. But that would be certainly realism breaking. I wonder if I can see Thunder. Pretty much direct east. I mean west, rather. There he is. Hey, a Thunder. Hang on. Where'd you go? Damn it. Might as well do some bird spotting while I'm at it. Where you at, buddy? There you are. More or less. Got you in sight. Well, that was quick. As he disappears off into the horizon again. Bye, Thunder.
To be advised, Maruka has been deemed clear. Remounting VIX should be Oscar Mike within 7 mics.
Dagger Thunder, acknowledge town is clear. Remount and continuing patrol.
Dagger Warlord, roger out.
What the? Where are you? Why can't I get a good fix on you there? Just had you. There you are. Shit, that was not good. And then he begins his pass right about here, generally. There he is. Fuck. Where you going, man? Finally get a good beat on you, and you decide to just cut your trip short. Oh well. And they're off. So, turning right, following this road up. Maybe some contact here by this radio tower. I can almost imagine like a QRF type thing coming down from here. But you do have the UAV flying over top of that area, so hopefully they'll be able to spot stuff.
All air assets be advised, convoy just took some shots. Please identify.
Warlord Wilco, scan. Dagger Thunder, verify our previous orders were for clearing, marking contacts in the city. Is that outside the city now?
Hey, for Mr. Practice, just give me cords.
Roger, looking. Dagger Warlord.
Warlord on 7-0. From which direction from your current pause did you receive fire?
Unknown direction. Is very unexpected.
Hey.
Disregard. It was an ND. Say again. Disregard.
Affirm.
Be advised, there's about to be a controlled det in the town of San Maruka.
Dagger Warlord on 7-0.
Send it.
Current route looks clear up to the next major intersection.
Roger that. Clear to the intersection. All air assets, Miller time. Say again, Miller time.
Warlord A-firm.
Dagger Thunder, acknowledge, Miller time, on the way back to Maruka.
Roger that. See you soon. Dagger out.
Maruka traffic, Thunder 6-1, crossing midfield for downwind entry, runway 09er. Thunder. Maruka, traffic, Thunder 6-1, turning left downwind 09er. Maruka traffic, Thunder 6-1 is downwind, 09er.
Why can't I spot him with the fucking binoculars? There he is.
Maruka traffic, Thunder 6-1, turning left base, 09er, Thunder.
Airbase traffic, Willow on some 5, approaching from the south, direct to Hilo parking.
Maruka traffic, Thunder 6-1, turning left final, 09er.
Gear down. Not yet. There he goes, gear down.
Maruka traffic, Thunder 6-1 is final for runway 09er. Check landing gear, and looks clear to land 09.
Is that a tail hook? Or is that just his nose gear? Can't tell.
Airbase traffic, Willow is on the decks, pulling down, signing off some 5s, I know.
Maruka ground, Thunder 6-1, clearing the active on Sierra 2 for Mike 1 to aircraft parking.
Rally on green smoke, just south. Disregard, we're coming to you.
They're gonna join us out here. Does that mean that they're gonna join us out here, or we're going to them?
Affirm. Yes.
When he gets out, I want everyone to tell Capt Soto how fucking cool his airplane is. Because obviously he thinks so.
Get out of my shot.
Should we kneel down for him as well? Like this? And praise him?
Are you gonna get out, Princess, or are you stuck?
Wow, you have a really
Wow.
cool
Wow.
airplane. Wow. So cool. Look how cool he is.
Oh my god.
Such a just an
Oh, wow.
Are those painted teeth? Oh my god.
Oh my god. I just want to rub against it.
He's never coming out now.
Oh my god.
Sergeant Lindsay thought you performed an
Oh my
excellent
god, this is hilarious.
Can I get a picture with
Whirly
him?
woo.
Can we take a selfie, please?
Alright.
First, let me take a selfie.
Overall tonight, you guys did a good job when that MRAP took a hit, I looked at where it was when it took a hit, and it was exposed on the side of a fucking big-ass hill. I don't know why you were trying to push up on that hillside with an MRAP, but it got punched in the nose from an RPG. So that was something I went over at the beginning during the briefing. Don't expose those vehicles, especially when you don't know where the fire's coming from. Wait until you know where the fire's coming from, have the infantry clear out in front of it, and then get the... If you have to expose it, just expose the turret. Other than that, everything was okay from my end. I didn't have eyes on everyone all the time. I didn't have eyes on you guys when you were clearing through the town because I was busy over on the left flank dealing with contacts. So that's all I got. Havoc 1.
Nothing for the task force, sir.
Havoc 4.
Nothing for the task force, sir.
You guys fucking annihilated that first checkpoint.
Hua.
Or
Hua.
the fuck is it called? Yeah, checkpoint. Dagger.
Negative, sir.
Thunder.
Nothing from the Tigers.
Rotary.
Nothing, sir.
First Sergeant.
Just a couple things, Cap. Thank you. I don't know if it was just because of where I was at, considering I was only technically running a team, but I was also up in the turret of one of the gun trucks. Can anybody take a guess as to how many fucking people I actually engaged and eliminated with that 50 cal?
0 for Sergeant.
We guess 0, Tom.
More than I count.
Damn close. It was a whole whopping 2. I fired a total of probably 15 rounds out of that 50 cal tonight. Again, I don't know if it was just from where I was at, but we had absolutely no fucking clue what was going on the entire night. Helen Keller has better fucking communication than what trickled down to us. So I don't know what the fucking gig was, but at one point in time, there was friendlies like 700 meters from our position. No idea what they were doing, who was engaging what, who was moving where, nothing. So I don't know what the hell the problem was. I definitely don't know what the issue was with the lack of engagement and enemies. And Zeus, that's something you need to keep in mind, because at no point in time did we see any fucking action. The guys that I engaged were beyond 600 meters, both of them. Well, one guy was about 50 meters from us, actually. But, yeah, as far as from our end, I was with 1-3 tonight. This mission was utter dog shit. So, I don't know, again, I don't know what the problem was, but communication and flow of information definitely needs to be fucking worked on, because as a team leader, I should never be that much in the dark, especially when I'm up on a 50 cal that is as big of a force multiplier as it is. That's all I had, Cap.
All right. Well, Zeus is your, or Ares is your wheelhouse, so you take care of that. As for communications, was that a breakdown between platoon and squad, or was that a breakdown between squad and team? Communications at company level were okay. You guys needed to send up contact reports when you started shooting at some stuff, but other than that, it was fine. So that's for you to figure out at your platoon debrief what was going on with those comms and why there was a breakdown.
Will do, Captain.
If anyone else, I didn't miss any section leaders, did I? Ares?
Thank you, Captain. Sorry about that, First Sergeant. Did everyone else at least have a good time tonight?
What?
What?
Nope.
Is that all you had, Ares?
That's all for me, Captain.
Alright, if you got a question or comment as it pertains to the task force as a whole, put a C or Q in chat. First Sergeant, let me know. Oh, that's a good point. There were 2 times tonight when I came up on guys who were pushed out on a flank, and both of those times, no one was watching that flank. I came up on 1-4, who was overwatching a town and had no one watching to the north at the time, on their right, up along the flank. And then later, I came up on Havoc for once we got into the town doing the same thing. They had guys over on the left flank, and no one was looking left, and there was a whole squad of guys pushing up on our left flank. Make sure you are aware, you're using your situational awareness for when you are on the flank, because it is your responsibility at that point, no matter who you are, to pull flank security. Did anyone have a question or comment?
Nobody from the Peanut Gallery, Captain, but I did have something that I wanted to add.
All right, send it.
As was pointed out while we were sitting there by the captain, and the fact that we have to keep fucking telling you guys this makes me feel like a goddamn monkey with a pull string in my back. But for fuck's sakes, you do not check in to do a radio check on 5-0. There is no excuse whatsoever to say that you think that's how it's done, or that you misunderstood somebody, or what the fuck ever, because every single one of you swinging dicks goes through the same exact OSUT course that I fucking wrote, so I know they specifically go over to do a radio check on 5-0. You do not check in. Lastly, whoever was working the radio for the lead Vic, I don't care if you were the driver, the gunner, motherfucker sitting in the back playing with your dick. If you're on the radio for that lead Vic, you need to call out what you're doing. Throughout the entire FTX tonight, I heard that lead Vic key up on 5-0 maybe 4 times. Fucking maybe. And we took more than 4 turns before we even took first contact. That's unacceptable. Lead Vic and last Vic need to be calling out every goddamn thing they're doing so that we know the entire convoy is following suit. Everybody clear on that?
Yes, sir.
Alright, that's all I got, Cap. Thank you.
All right. Overall, good job tonight. You guys are dismissed.
Alright.
Captain Havoc 1.
Well, that concludes FTX 03 for Task Force Alpha. Hope you all enjoyed it, and I will be ending the stream here while we move into our individual debriefs for Rotary and Aviation. So have a great night, and we'll see you next time.